2025 fashion trends for women over 45, yes, they exist, and yes, you can wear them with confidence. If you've ever looked at a runway trend and thought, that's not for me, this video might change your mind. I'm breaking down the top 2025 to 2026 fashion trends straight from the runways and how stylish women 45 and up can make them work without losing elegance or maturity. These are the trends before they go mainstream, and I'll show you exactly how to style them your way. We're not talking about chasing trends, we're talking about curating them. Because when you know how to style a trend with balance and intention, it becomes timeless. And that's what I'm sharing with you today. Real outfit ideas, style solutions, no fluff. So let's jump in, and I'll start with the most surprising trend that's actually stunning on women over 45. Relaxed tailoring, sculpted for you. Tailoring is no longer stiff or uptight. The 2025 to 2026 version? Relaxed yet refined. Think structured blazers with a soft waist, wide leg pants that fall just right, and clean lined vests. The trick is pairing sharp lines with fluid pieces like a blazer with a silk blouse or wide leg trousers with slim sneakers. It's modern, it's polished, and it works brilliantly for mature silhouettes. But here's where it gets really interesting. This new wave of tailoring isn't about power dressing in the old sense. It's about creating ease and elegance at the same time. You get presence but without the stiffness. You get polish but without looking overly done. And this is especially flattering for mature women. The subtle structure frames the body without clinging. A well-draped blazer can define the shoulders and waist without requiring any uncomfortable cinching. And wide leg trousers? They add length, movement, and confidence, especially when styled with shoes that are practical but chic. What I personally love about this shift is how it's opening up more creative freedom for styling. You can take that beautifully tailored piece and layer it with something casual, like a crisp white tee, a soft knit tank, or even relaxed denim. It doesn't have to look like you're heading into a boardroom. And if you're looking for inspiration, Saint Laurent is absolutely nailing this balance right now. Their spring-summer collection show tailored pieces styled with slouchy ones, and it feels so fresh. It's a reminder that tailoring doesn't have to be rigid or boring. It can be cool. It can be expressive. Now that this softer sculpted tailoring is showing up in both designer and ready-to-wear collections, we're seeing incredible ways to adapt it to real life. Let me show you a few looks that capture this perfectly. Ballet pink, pistachio, and neutral tones. Forget neon. The power colors of the season are elegant pastels with depth. Ballet pink, pistachio green, and neutrals. These colors look luxurious without trying, and they add radiance to your skin without overwhelming your look. You don't need to be 25 to wear color, you just need to know how to balance it. First, let's start with ballet pink. This shade is fascinating because it says femininity without feeling sugary or childish. It has that softness, yes, but also a quiet power. And that's why I often recommend it for women who want to embrace a more romantic tone without stepping fully into the ultra-feminine space. If you're just beginning to experiment with it, don't go head to toe right away. Start small. A pair of ballet pink loafers, a textured crossbody bag. Even a silk scarf peeking out from under a blazer can add just enough contrast to bring warmth and freshness into a neutral outfit. What I love most is that these tones are timeless, but they're also unexpected on the street. You won't see everyone in them, but when you do, you notice. Now let's talk about pistachio green, because this color deserves a moment. It's fresh, it's cool, and it's completely redefining how we think about green in fashion. Unlike mint or lime, pistachio has a soft sophistication to it. It sits right in that in-between space where elegance meets calm. And what's surprising is just how flattering it can be, especially on mature skin tones. It brings out warmth, but with clarity. Pistachio works beautifully as both a main color and as a subtle accent. If you're not ready to dive into full-on pistachio tailoring or a dress, try easing into it with a light knit top under a blazer or a silk blouse tucked into ivory trousers. Even a handbag in this shade can instantly elevate your outfit without making it feel trendy. I've also noticed pistachio pairs surprisingly well with other grounded neutrals, and brown color is a perfect example. That contrast adds richness. It almost feels architectural when styled with structure, or a little dreamy when worn in layers of soft fabrics. And if you're someone who usually leans toward classic tones, pistachio is the perfect bridge color. It adds a little lift without pushing you into unfamiliar territory. Personally, I love seeing pistachio paired with gold jewelry and natural textures like linen, raffia, or even a soft suede flat. There's something very modern about that combination, but still grounded. This is the kind of color that doesn't scream for attention, but somehow it's the first thing people notice. Now, as I mentioned earlier, brown takes center stage this year, and not just because it pairs beautifully with pistachio green. It's having a moment all on its own. For a long time, brown was overlooked, seen as too safe, too muted, even outdated. But this season, that's changing completely. Designers are treating brown as the foundation of a sophisticated wardrobe, not just a background color, but a leading one. It has warmth, it has depth, and when styled right, it brings a quiet power. That's even more intriguing than black. There's something undeniably elevated about a full brown look. It feels timeless, grounded, and surprisingly bold. There's also a power in wearing brown head to toe, but it's a different kind of power than black. It's softer, more mysterious, more thoughtful. The key is to treat your neutrals like statements, not fillers. Neutrals have the power to carry an outfit, as long as you give them texture, layers, and a bit of shape. Let me show you how to build looks that use these tones to their full potential. There's so much more to cover. So if you want a part 2, just say the word. And while you're here, watch this next video. You're going to love it.